Let's say I'm building a code assistant application, and the response times need to be really, really fast. Time to first token really matters in a coding assistant scenario, right? And then if you're in the advanced stage of workflow integration, means you have already thought about going to production, you have completed those checks, but now you still have issue on how do I integrate this application along with some other things. Is there API or SDK that needs to be built around it so that it can be integrated better? How do I manage traffic, right? I might get spikes on weekdays between 10 a.m. and 1 p.m. How do I handle for that? Should I just increase my capacity during those 3 hours and then scale it down? Should I have a cluster? How should I be building my applications, right? So GenAI applications, if you're building within your organization, at different stages, you have different challenges. Okay. The challenge also is from who is asking the question, right? So you have GenAI engineers, managers, CTOs, CIOs, CEOs, and so on, right? So if you're a GenAI engineer, you are trying to develop with some coding assistant, Cursor, GitHub Copilot, Roo Code, Klein. I mean, there are so many of them, right? These days. Lovable is there, Windsurf. I can just go on and name it one after the other. But then there is also choice about, okay, should I use Crew AI for my orchestration framework? Should I use Google's agent development kit? Should I use LangGraph, LangChain? Uh, AWS came up with Strands. Microsoft has AutoGen. OpenAI also has Swarm. And then Hugging Face has small agents. If I'm not good at programming to begin with, especially in GenAI space, is there a no-code, low-code alternative? These are the questions that you would likely have as a GenAI engineer, right? If you are a manager, you're looking to evaluate and develop robust yet cost-effective ways for user access management and your application to be available to everybody who needs access to those LLMs and have those costs budgeted for. If you're CTO, as a technology person, you should be focused on security, guardrails, observability of your GenAI application. What is getting sent? What happens? They call it negative testing. But what happens if you are asked a question to your HR chatbot about some war in some two different countries? Is it supposed to answer that question? How are you going to protect your chatbot from kind of giving out your computer's information? So these are things that are considered by your technologists within the company, the decision makers, in order to safeguard your interests, right? And then the last one is for CIOs, CEOs, kind of they want to see that what's the usage that we built an application, it is kind of in dev or it's in production, let's say. What are my costs every month? How many requests is it serving? How many people is it helping, right? And that is true for every GenAI project. You might have 5 different departments within your organization, each with its own workspace, own set of people, and they're all building different applications. At the CEO, CIO level, you want kind of observability across all of them at individual department or workspace level, but also at the entire organization level. So if these are your different challenges, right? Let's look at the types of GenAI engineers, because I am assuming most of you are builders, right? You're here because you want to get some hands-on experience building GenAI applications, and we are going to show some examples. But you will be one of these three, right? Either you are of category, and I didn't want to name them because there are different types of developers and engineers here.